I am live. How's it going, YouTube? Let me turn this other camera I've got on just to record here real quick. Here she blows. Hey, welcome to Harper Explores. My name is Mike Harper. I've got this unboxing to do this evening, and hopefully my volume's clear. And I'm also recording on iMovie. Hopefully my volume is clear. And I just wanted to go over and say thank you so much for coming and visiting with me this evening. I'm doing an unboxing. Actually, I'm going to be doing a couple of unboxings. And then I'm going to also do a quick stream live of what I'm doing with the Kswiss big logos. So I didn't mention that in my title, but I have a couple of other Kswiss shoes that I wanted to go over today. So my name is Mike Harper. Harper Explores is basically a channel where I explore the things that I love, things that I'm interested in. And right now I am interested in Kswiss global brands. So Kswiss obviously is a company that's been around for a very long time. In fact, you know what? I'm going to start with this pair of shoes here. Kswiss has been around since 1966, started by a couple of guys that were selling another brand of shoes, and they came up with a cool product, sold it, started their own company, did a really cool invention, and now it's Kswiss as we know it today. So they're real popular back in the late 80s, early 90s, and then actually coming back right now. So first thing I'm going to unbox is a pair of shoes that I picked up on eBay. And these are actually a pair from a while back. And this guy that sold them to me said he rarely wore them or didn't wear them very much. They're not a real cool pair of shoes. But the guy was really nice. I kind of liked him, kind of dug him. Price was right, so I went ahead and picked him up. So these are kind of an older design. Let me pull these out. Kind of a cool older design. So these are kind of like a chestnut brown and with a white midsole and a black sole. I don't think the guy even wore these quite a few times, but just an interesting shoe. So one of the design things that they used to do back in the day was this Kswiss logo down on the end of the lace, at the beginning of the lace. These are the classic D-rings, classic 5 stripes, lots of Kswiss stuff, the Kswiss logo on the tongue, and the shield, the logo on the back. So I'm going to clean these up and fun them up a little bit, clean them up, and then actually, I might even do a quick video on how to take shoes that don't look so great and make them look nice. So, all right, so here's the pièce de résistance. This is the new Kswiss global brand Aero Knit. So the Aero Knit is a brand new shoe. So it never came out from Kswiss ever before. Brand new design, super light sole. And according to Kswiss, this is the lightest shoe Kswiss has ever made. In fact, it's so light the box almost feels like it could be empty. But anyways, let's get into the box. So first thing you're going to see is that this is a tennis shoe. So part of the Kswiss branding and part of the work that they do is specifically in the tennis industry. And so they have their branding as the Kswiss 100% tennis. So this is the Kswiss logo here, and you'll notice that there's stripes that run this direction from right to left and left to right. Well, the tennis brand, you'll notice the stripes run a different direction. Pretty interesting stuff. So let's take a look at these. Now, these are brand new. They just came out here in January. The day that they broke, I bought them first thing as soon as they came online and came available. And here they are. So this is the new Kswiss. I'm like all hyperventilating. So this is the Kswiss Aero Knit. And what's really cool about the Aero Knit is it uses this infinite technology, and it's a super lightweight knit. And so what this kind of looks like to most, like the layperson that wouldn't even know, like this looks like a slipper. Like you don't really, it doesn't even look like a shoe with laces, but actually it has laces. The laces are hidden back under here. And so what's really cool about this is that it'll hold on nice and tight, like a shoe should. You know, you lace it up really tight, and cinch those up like you want and get those tied up, get the laces put away, and then stick the cover right over the top of it. So like I said, the lightest shoe that Kswiss has ever made. You'll notice instead of having like Kswiss has normally had, they'll have a regular sole, and then they'll have a midsole, and then the upper. And on this shoe, it's all pretty much the same thing. So it feels like it's the same thing. Now there's a different kind. So this rubber down here at the bottom, just the feel of it is a lot more sticky. Like this has really got a lot of grip to it, like a tennis shoe should. And then this Aero section, which is the lightweight stuff where they honeycombed out, you'll notice they honeycombed all the area out here just to give it a little bit more lightweight. And man, that is really cool. So check out the bottoms of the soles. So they did the same thing here where they honeycombed the bottom of them. That's pretty typical with some of the tennis shoes that they have. In fact, if you look at a lot of the tennis shoes in Kswiss, they have the cutaway back here, like right under the arch. So this whole section usually is made like this or honeycombed out like this. So it's keeping with their normal tennis brand. Gosh, the sole, like I said, is really kind of a sticky, like a golf shoe, or not like a golf shoe, but like a basketball shoe. So you'll see it's really nice and sticky. And then this Aero Knit, it's not like I guess when I looked at them in the pictures, I thought of it as being like this really lightweight sort of, thin material. But because there's two layers of it, there's a layer under it that, holds all the laces in, and this whole section here. So it's got this section on the bottom, and it's got like this sock material over the top. So this black material is like a sock, like a heavy glove. That's really cool. So anyways, that is the Aero Knit, and it is a pretty awesome shoe. As soon as they came out, I wanted to get a pair. I'm going to wear them. I'll show you and talk to you about how well they wear. What's really cool about this Infinite, which is the branding here, the Infinite, is that it is a pretty, they say it's very durable, very durable. And then if you look really deep into the material here, there's different types of perforations. So there's like a semicircle of perforations here, and then the material on the outside is very perforated. In fact, the more you stretch that material, the more the perforations show up. So I think that's really cool. It's a neat shoe. And it says Surge right here on the side. It says Infinite here, and it says Kswiss, which is what I've seen in the CR329 that just came out. The Chinese New Year that just came out has this here. And then on the other side also. So Kswiss on this side, Kswiss on this side, Kswiss on the tongue, kind of a off-center look, which I think is pretty neat. Neat stuff, kids. I really like it. So I'm going to try those on later and tell you what I think about them and how they feel, and probably do another kind of a catch-up on that in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to go into a couple of shoes that I've had for a while. These are called the Big Logos by Kswiss, and there are two of them. So let me read the label. 06516-100-M. This is the Classic 88 BLS, and then this is the Classic 88 BL. So let's go into the first one here. This is the BL. So the 88, this is actually not a typical 88. So this shoe right here, what's typical of the 88 is you have the three-part toe, and then you would typically have the D-rings. But on this particular shoe, when they put the logo on here, they took the D-rings away and they inset the D-rings. Now the 88 knits, that's what these look like the Gary V's, the 003s. Those knits, they will have kind of a cool inset eyelets. And that's what this particular shoe has. So not all 88s have the D-rings, the raised D-rings. So I'm going to show you what the other pair actually has, the regular D-rings on it. So this is called the Big Logo. So a Classic 88 right here on the back, you'll see that it has a stripe up the back of the shoe, on the back of the heel. These are super comfortable. I wore these down in Vacaville, California with my wife when we went to the Bay Area. We went down into San Francisco. I wore these. Got lots of, actually didn't wear these into San Francisco, but I went to the outlets in Vacaville, got a lot of looks. So, the other thing about these, which is pretty neat, is, and they're dirty because I wear them, the red and blue eyelets down here, the little water out holes, the air holes. So Pretty neat. I like these a lot. These are one of my favorite, or I should stop saying that because I have so many favorite shoes from K-Swiss. All right, and so exactly like that shoe. In fact, I'm going to leave one of these out so we can kind of see the difference between the two. Now this is the 88 BLS, which is the stripes. So when you see this video on YouTube again, I'll show you this is a shoe that actually Gary Vee took a picture of it and said that these were heat. I really like them a lot. And this is the same shoe, but you'll see the difference is it has the D-rings on it. So see where the eyelets are? There's the D-rings instead of the standard eyelets. So there's a little bit of difference there. So this has the D-rings on it. The toe's the same. The heel's exactly the same. The difference is one is the big K-Swiss logo, and then this K-Swiss logo, which is actually set at a different angle, if you notice that, but then also has the 5 stripes, which is the K-Swiss branding. So pretty neat shoes. These are a couple of my favorites. These are great to wear summer or winter because they are a leather shoe. They will last for a good time during the winter, keep you dry, keep your feet dry. And they look really nice. They stay white for a long period of time too. You know, I've owned a lot of white shoes, and it is pretty common to own white shoes and then they get dirty and they get dingy, and then you don't want to wear them as much, or you know they turn into the yard shoes and get away from them. But I will tell you that the K-Swiss shoes tend to stay white for a longer period of time, so I really enjoy wearing them like that. So also, I don't know if you've noticed this here, but on this particular shoe, there's some blue marks across the top. That's because I wore an inexpensive pair of jeans with it, and that's just comes off. But a magic eraser, just a nice pass with a magic eraser will actually take that blue ink off of it, or the tint from the jeans. So K-Swiss big logos. I'm pretty sure these are still available on kswiss.com. These are 11.5s, which is the size I wear most of the time. Great shoe. Really enjoy wearing them. They're a classic shoe. And just the other thing too is on this particular logo with the 5 stripes, this has kind of the K-Swiss logo is all puffed up. So the K and the W and the S's are all puffed up, and the red and the blue are kind of puffed up in the middle here. On this logo, same thing. There's kind of like a 3-dimensional piece there on the logo. So it's all kind of puffed up, the red and the blue. Also the shield logo on this one. So you'll notice on this, which is the stripes, it has the regular K-Swiss shield logo here. And on this one, it's just a white, it's like embossed. So a white embossed logo on the tongue. So those are the 2 differences there. So the 88 in the classic 88 BLS, great shoes. And I have one more shoe to show you guys. I'll just put these off to the side so I don't spend a lot of my time boxing shoes back up. This is just a rare pair that I wanted to show people. And it's nothing super rare except for it's a standard classic 88 men's. It's number 02248-273M. And it is a very interesting colorway, which I haven't never seen before. I saw these available and I picked it up, and I've never seen them since. It's sandshell, spiced coral, and ash, which is the colorway. So these are actually a pretty interesting colorway. So they're kind of a, gosh, they're not brown. I guess they are brown. They're a light brown or a beige. And then the stripes are made out of a kind of a gray color. The interesting thing is the liner on the inside is kind of a coral or a red color, real kind of a nice, almost like a salmon. So these are a colorway. I've never worn these. I'm actually a little bit afraid to wear them because I don't know how many of these were made. Like I said, I haven't seen them before, so I was interested to see if there was another pair out there, or if these were. Now there are some pairs that you might find occasionally, which were samples that were never made. So shoes that were designed, but they were never made into production. So sometimes those hit eBay, sometimes they'll get out there in the world. As soon as I find out what these were and what color they were, and if there are bunches of them and I'm just not aware of it, I'll wear them. But until then, we'll find out. The other thing is that the sole is the same color as the upper, which is kind of interesting because I've never seen that color sole before. And then I've never seen these stripes like this, and I've never seen the coral on the inside. So I wonder if these were some sort of production for a special brand, or somebody that had a short run of them made, or maybe they decided to not make them and not put them into production, and there's a couple pairs out there, maybe some salesman samples. So anyways, Classic 88, and one of my favorites. This is the Classic 88 and the Court Pro 2 are probably my two favorite shoes. I don't know, because now they've got this the new Aero Knit out, and that's a pretty cool shoe. I'm gonna have to try that on and see how it goes. So hey, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for coming, and I appreciate your time so much. This is Mike Harper from Harper Explores. If you are interested in watching this on YouTube, or are interested in my YouTube channel, it's Harper Explores at YouTube, and on Instagram at Harper Explores, and on Facebook at Harper Explores. Thanks again for your time, everyone. Have a great night. Enjoy your Sunday, and have a great week. Bye-bye.